So I think what will happen is, what happened with the mall, and we'll talk about that more when we get down there, is that the original incarnation of the mall was basically a suburban style mall. And then over time, especially with the new owner, it's turned into more of a mixed use space, just like we're talking about here, you know? And it's starting to evolve, which is a good thing. And we'll see that too. But in the background now is what's called the marketplace in Steamtown, formerly the Steamtown Mall.
Yep.
I have a letter, actually, if I can get it out, that was written by Jane Jacobs in December 31st, 1987. So New Year's Eve in 1987, Jane wrote this letter to the city of Scranton talking about the mall, and a couple highlights were, of course, I understand why so many handsome buildings, old buildings, have remained, that the downtown has just become a national treasure. It was owing to long years of depression and stagnation. However, by 1984, it was absolutely clear that the old buildings and intact streets, which could once have been regarded as symptoms of economic weakness, have now become unusual and valuable assets and a source of economic strength. However, now I'm appalled to hear that there is a proposal to level an unappreciable section of the downtown along with one side of Lackawanna Avenue to erect there, of all things, a suburban type shopping mall. Far from enhancing or strengthening Scranton's downtown, a mall development is guaranteed to be destructive economically, visually, and socially.
Yeah, I think Jane Jacobs' philosophy of community development and community activism is very similar to the one that Neighborworks follows. So we're part of a network of Neighborworks organizations across the country. There are about 250 Neighborworks organizations, all founded on that same principle that change should be driven by the people who live in a community, not other people.
The original design of the mall that most people didn't see was a solid brick wall along Lackawanna Avenue, and all the parking was going to be in the rear at the Steamtown National Park. Mm-hmm. So it was really going to be just, shut off to the rest of the downtown. So it took some preservationists that were involved with the Architectural Heritage Association to sue the developers and bring about some changes to the mall, which created some storefronts on the street side, put the parking underneath, and created even though it's a suburban style mall, created more of a downtown integrated mall.
The other important approach to our work is that, we try to look at the good things that are happening in a community and build on them. It's something called asset-based community development, which just means that, when we're working in a neighborhood like West Scranton, we try to begin with not the problems, but what are the assets, what are the good things that are happening in here that we can expand and we can build upon and we can get more people involved in to make this an even better place.
There was some changes that were made to the mall that made it more palatable for everyone. Again, there was more doors open to the street than was originally planned. But now what's happened, like a lot of malls across the country, they had to reinvent themselves. So when John Basiliga bought the mall, I think that he was very smart in what he did. Now the mall is more of a mixed-use building than it ever was before. You've got medical offices, you've got various offices, you've got restaurants, you've got storefronts. I always envision, like, when I go to a city, if I don't have to get my car to get something, then I'm in a good place. And there's a big movement across the country and across the world, actually. They're doing it in Paris. It's called a 5-minute city, which basically means that if you live in a neighborhood, like in downtown I consider a neighborhood, you can get everything you need within a 5-minute walk. And we're getting there. And when that happens, when that's complete, and the sidewalks are safe, and the streets aren't designed for cars, they're designed for people, to understand that people are walking, then we'll really have arrived, to have a great city. And we're on our way. I think the next 5 years in Scranton are going to be nothing but great.
So more people that we can bring here to visit, to shop and to dine and to enjoy entertainment and just to spend time here and meet the people who live here, the better it's going to make for a better community.